Hey, what's up, you guys? You're watching Team APS?
Sup, squad? It's Alec and Paul at it again.
Yes, so in today's vid, we're going to talk about Circuit Break, the new set that's dropping October 21st. We're really excited about it. And we decided that we would share with you guys the 10 new archetypes, or archetypes and archetype support, that we're looking forward to from this set. I think it's going to be really cool.
To be more specific, these are the 10 decks we're going to be rushing to build or at YCS Dallas.
Yeah, and so speaking of YCS Dallas, we are going to be there on October 20th, 21st, 22nd. So if you're going to be there, be sure that you come up, say hi, meet us.
Bring snacks.
Yeah, and one last thing, speaking of Circuit Break, we're going to be giving away a Circuit Break booster box.
That's right.
So,
not one, not two. Wait, no, it is.
Yeah. All the information to enter that giveaway is going to be down in the description of the video, so make sure that you enter. It'll be really fun. Winners announced on social media end of the month. All right.
Remember, social media, that's like Facebook, Twitter. You know, we always get comments in these videos asking who
Pornhub.
won. We only use Cornhub here.
So what's the first deck from Circuit Break?
Number 1, Metafist. And that is not to be confused with Metafist Horse.
Yeah, which doesn't feel like it's even part of the thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Metaphys. So we've actually talked a little bit about this deck before. This is basically worm versions of existing sort of dragon monsters. And their gimmick, I guess you could say, is they want to get banished.
Like Shiranui in a way.
Yeah, and when they get banished, they have different effects that usually resolve in like the next standby phase.
Slow Shiranui effects.
Yeah, things like that. And sometimes it's searching, sometimes it's summoning a monster from the hand. Most of them have effects where if they got summoned by another Metaphys monster, they can like, nuke all the special summon monsters or, deal with back row, things like that. It's really cool. And I thought it was going to be kind of a low rarity deck, but then they announced that some of them are like ultras or something. So I'm not really sure.
Well, I mean, Metafist Horus was an ultra, so I mean.
Yeah, so maybe so. Anything else about them?
They work well with cards like Gold Sarcophagus, Sacred Sword.
Easy ways to get them banished.
Sevens? I didn't know.
Yeah, they do have. Well, they've got like 2 7s, I think. They can use like Sacred Sword, Gold Sark, D-Fissure.
Oh, we all love that card, don't we?
Yeah, D-Fissure comes to mind.
Especially us zombie players. Ooh, favorite card.
This strategy can be a little bit slow to start, but the spells and traps really help. They've got like a field spell, they've got a continuous spell, and most importantly, they've got their trap, which is I forget what it's called, like Metafactor or something along that.
Metafactor.
Something like that. It kind of reminds me of Dark Magical Circle, where it can banish stuff like every
Wasn't
time.
a fan of that
yours...
card. We tested it a bit. I didn't like it.
Oh yeah, we were testing Dark Magician versus Red Eyes, a theme duel that we might be bringing you guys if those videos get enough likes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see. I said it in the last video. I must say it again. If you want to see more of that, put I like Red Eyes or I want Red Eyes in the comments.
Or yeah, stuff like that.
But back to Metafist. So we're not saying this deck will be like ultra powerful, will be meta defining.
But it is Metafist.
But it is new, and while it's fresh, you might take some crucial games.
Next deck, Altergeists. So I actually kind of glazed over this a bit in the last video where we were talking about these archetypes, but Altergeists might actually be something that I build. It's more interesting now. I was watching a video actually earlier today. I think it was like Del Duelista. Was that the name of that
One
channel?
of those like Spanish channels.
That or Duel Entertainment. Shout out to those guys. Those guys are incredible. If you don't watch them,
they're so much better than we are.
So
unsubscribe from us. Just go over there, subscribe to them.
So Altergeists are a really cool spellcaster archetype. No, but the thing about Altergeists that I didn't really understand at first is they use their traps and their monsters kind of in tandem to control the opponent. So I've read the name of it, but one of the Altergeist monsters lets you basically bounce one of your Altergeist cards to bounce an opponent's card, and that's a quick effect. So you can just bounce these traps and reuse them. And there's like one trap where you get to send an Altergeist to the graveyard and negate monster effects from your opponent, and the Altergeist monsters usually have a float effect, like when they go to the grave they do something, or when they get summoned back they do something. A couple of them are actually looking like they're going to be ultra rare.
This just sounds like it'd be annoying to play against.
Yeah, and if it wants to be even more annoying, you can add in some other spellcaster stuff.
Like Secret Village.
Yeah. The spellcaster staple.
We're all going to love that.
And a couple of other engines. The Spellbook engine, of course, comes to mind. It's good draw power.
Yeah, I've recently had some fun playing against that.
Yeah, and then, of course, like Alistair and kind of Magical Meltdown, all that stuff.
Yeah, Merkaba everywhere.
So, yeah, Altergeist is actually something I kind of want to build and play now, so I would highly suggest it. I think it'll be a pretty good, like, rogue anti-meta contender.
Our next deck is Crawlers.
You're building this, yeah?
That's true. I am building it. Crawlers are an insect kind of link-based archetype. All their names are kind of based off of parts of your spine, like receptor and other things, axon and things. So, how do they work, Paul?
Basically, they're flip effect monsters, they're insects, but they have two unique sort of quirks. They've got their regular flip effects, but also when they get destroyed by card effects, they float. They summon 2 more crawlers from the deck. So getting rid of them by battle is pretty much the only option that you've got.
But they have link monsters, and even like their spells and traps and link monsters, they kind of make it hard to destroy them by battle.
Yeah, and so what kind of ends up happening is you got to deal with this increasing amount of like flip effect monsters, getting different effects, things like that. And the link monsters actually float too, so they summon crawlers from the grave. So,
and like World Chalice, they're getting a lot of support from the get-go because they already have 3, right?
Yeah,
well,
like
they have 2 coming and then 1 more
traps.
coming, right?
Yeah.
That's about link monsters.
Oh yeah, 2 come in the set, and there's like 1 more in the next set.
So they're already coming out with a lot of stuff.
What's cool is that since they're insect monsters, you can actually use a lot of existing insect support. A few cards come to mind. Doomdozer, kind of decent boss monster. Verdant Sanctuary.
Wormbait.
Yeah, we were actually looking at Wormbait, and what's the other one?
Multiplication events.
Yeah, to get some free tokens that you can actually use to make their link monsters a lot easier. Very cool, very cool. So, yeah, crawlers will be neat. Look forward to a profile from him. Hopefully, maybe.
Well, you never know, life.
Nexus FA. So, I'll let you talk. I'm letting you talk about that one because I know you.
Okay,
you know.
fair enough.
FA is a deck that I'm still kind of like struggling to see how it all comes together, but the new bout of support does make it a little bit more in focus.
I'm struggling to figure out what the name FA means.
Yeah, I mean that's actually true. I'm on the Formula Athletes train, but yeah. So the new FA support, you get another field spell, another quick play spell, and 2 more monsters. The monsters this time around seem like they're kind of more based on more like opponent disruption stuff. One of them can make your opponent like be unable to discard cards or send them to the grave to activate effects.
Ooh.
And the other stops like effects when you're doing battles with them. The new field spell, like the other one, when it gets destroyed, it lets you like search more FA cards. We got another quick play spell that actually is draw power for a change.
Yeah, it's the one pit stop.
Yeah, pit stop. So it's a deck that I think now that they have like 4 monsters and like 4 spells, I think that you can finally kind of put something together. I'm very interested in seeing what like people think of with this because it doesn't feel like it has enough direction in my opinion. But
at least they now have enough cards.
Yeah, so that was their weakness before. What's another one?
Next up is Vendreads.
He's
a very
exciting
topic since we just got the leaks of the new cards.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't know, Vendreads are the ritual zombie archetype, and in this next set we're gonna get 1 new ritual, a new monster, a new trap, and a new field spell.
Yeah, and the field spell is actually very unique. I didn't know that they would give them something like that.
Yeah.
But the field spell gives them a little bit of extra consistency. You're able to discard a card and add a Vendread monster.
Yep, you pitch a Vendread, get a new one.
Which is really neat. And then there's also Vendread Strix.
Vendread Strix is our new level 2
Vendread
monster, and when it gets sent to the grave, you can reveal a Vendread in hand and special summon it.
Yeah, which
and
is
then
really neat.
when it's on the field, if it's used for a ritual summon,
yeah.
it gives that new ritual monster. What was the effect?
What is it? When they attack an opponent's monster, you can draw 1, discard 1.
That's right.
Which is really cool. And then also they have the new ritual monster itself, Chimera, who kind of has like a Stardust-esque effect. You can banish zombies from your grave to negate destruction stuff, and then when he goes from the field to the grave, all your opponent's monsters lose attack and defense.
And all this banishing might sound like dangerous to you, because you know all the Vendreads, usually if they come back from the grave by one of their effects, they get banished. Well,
the new trap actually helps a lot with that. I forgot what it's called. What is it called?
I already forgot it again.
It's a new trap, and it lets you basically ritual summon from the banished zone. It summons them back, ritual summons with them. It actually puts them back in the grave in the process.
Yeah, it puts them on the field, and then you can ritual summon them. So you can ritual summon with them, so you'll get their effects, and then they get sent back to the grave. So
yeah, it's actually really kind of helps the deck flow all around.
Very solid mid to late game card.
Next, I'm going to talk about Rokkets. This is a deck that I'm very interested in building. I'm leaving the other one to you because I know it's something you're building. Yeah, so Rokkets, I've actually said for a long time I want to build this deck. Then the rarities for this set came out and it changed my mind, but I'm still going to try. Yeah, so Rokkets are these dark dragon monsters, and when they get targeted by a link monster's effect, they can blow themselves up. take a piece of your opponent with them. And then in the end phase, they summon a new Rocket. They've got 2 cool spells, one that's a draw card and one that summons one from the deck. They're both quick play, it's really good. And of course, their boss monster is Borlo Dragon. But the reason I'm so mad about all of this is because the 2 spells are secret rares. Borlo Dragon's secret rare, and the monsters, I think, are like ultra rare, so...
This is worse than Trickstars.
I don't really even know why these are so high rarity. The deck doesn't seem like it's not.
I'm going to go to YCS Dallas, and that's going to be like the top 10 decks.
So anyway...
No, it's going to be Spiral. We know what it is.
I do want to build this deck, though, so look forward to me giving you guys a profile of it when it's done. I think it's a little bit slow to start, but, I don't know, I'll make something happen.
Fair enough.
It looks cool, at least.
Next deck is a very recent addition because we actually didn't know we were going to get support for them. Amazonis. And it's really on the list because I was making a new build with the cards that came out in whatever the name of that set was. Duelist of Legends. Legendary Duelist. That's it. But just yesterday they announced that we're getting Amazonis, Empress, Liger, and Spy. And while it doesn't make the deck phenomenal by any stretch of the imagination, but what they do is fix one of the issues with Amazonis, which was being able to summon multiple Amazonis in one turn. You know, gone are the days of just playing Paladin and setting 2 traps and passing. Now you can make Empress, who gives you a new kind of win condition because she protects your Amazonis from being destroyed by card effects. Which is great because Clean just protects them from being destroyed by battle. So if you can get them both on the field, it kind of gives you this ability to kind of run over your opponent, kind of like a new win condition.
Yeah, I'm actually really interested in seeing like how this all goes because Amazonas, of all the sort of legacy supports, seem like no one pays attention to them. But I mean, we've play tested with this deck a bit online. It's not as bad as
right now. It's pretty consistent. So giving us something a little more extra power, I think that's going to pay off in the long run.
And then we're going to talk a little bit about Gokeys. So Gokeys are a deck that actually Alex has been building, and so he's
and
right
I'm
there,
not
by the way.
Alex, in case you didn't know.
Gokeys. They're a bit slow. It's a cool sort of beginner link deck that I've always liked, but the problem is that it's hard to really get the monsters out. Headbat actually helps a lot with that because it lets you special summon it basically from your hand, and they also get a new link monster that's Thunder Ogre, who isn't particularly special except that
extra normal.
Yeah, he gives you an extra normal summon, which I think this deck really kind of needed to be able to get monsters out faster. And when any monster he's pointing to gets destroyed, he can gain 400 attack. That even includes the monster that he points to in your opponent's field. So.
And don't you want to destroy them anyway?
Yeah, and all the Gokeys don't mind floating, so this is good if you're using it with like say Metal Foes or something. Then power to you, right? Like then you're getting more and more pluses. He's gaining more and more attack. It's a fun time. I think if this cards stay budget like they are, it should be good.
Speaking of decks that didn't stay budget,
yeah,
Spirals.
Yeah. So this is the, we weren't really doing this list in an order, but we'll just cover these last 2 together: Spirals and Subterrors. No one cares about Subterrors, so I'll be quick. The new Link monster doesn't... It's okay.
We're going to play it in Crawlers.
Yeah. I mean, Subterrors are a deck that I've had it built. I really liked it. I'm mad that Double Helix is so much better for Spirals than Behemoth Phoenix is for Subterrors, but I'll make a profile on it. It helps them out a little bit. Next is Spirals, which are, like he said, now not so cheap.
Not even a little.
I was looking at the price of like Super Agent and it's like $35. So this deck is anticipated to basically be, kind of. Some people are saying tier 0. I don't know that I believe in that.
I mean, if you base it off OCG list, they are getting quite a few tops over there.
Yeah, so I'm not sure, but all I know is Spiral Double Helix is an ultra rare. I'm happy about that. At least it's not secret. It's gonna be kind of the chase card in this set. So
the chase card you're really looking for is trying to find them super agents.
Yeah, even more so. So, Spirals, you can watch any other video and hear about them. I'm just including them on the list because they
will be very, very powerful.
Yeah, very fast. They make use of, what's the Master Plan, Sleeper, Quick Fix.
I wish we could say, and hurry up and get your cards now before the set comes out.
Right.
But everyone that's going to play the deck has already done that, I think.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Good luck if you're trying to build it. Try to win the box.
And we actually mean that. We mean good luck.
Yeah,
Super Agent was reprinted in the Megaton, right?
Maybe.
I hope so.
Either way, it's expensive.
Otherwise.
So, yeah, those are the 10 new archetypes and supports from Circuit Break that we're most looking forward to. There are actually a few others that we left out.
True that.
Fire Kings and Mermels get some stuff, for example. Trick Stars,
yes.
more cards. But yeah, so let us know what archetypes are you most excited about?
Yeah, or what are you not excited about? Maybe we'll make a new videos.
Yeah, but hope you guys liked the video. Thumbs if you did, subs if you loved it,
and destroy the notification bell.
Yes, you'll know whenever we upload new videos. In fact, we'll actually probably do another video on this set, just the 10 cards we're most excited about from the set itself.
You know, we talk about 10 archetypes, now we're talking about 10 specific cards.
Yeah, not archetype or anything like that.
Because there are quite a few just kind of really powerful cards that are part of archetypes here.
Evenly matched and like Akashic, but more on that in a video.
More on that next time.
So yeah, that's gonna be it. Just reminders, enter the giveaway.
That's right.
CSOY says Dallas. Play him on Duel Links.
That's true. I've already claimed some souls, but at least one of you have already beaten me, and I'm feeling some type of way about that. So, but that's cool. That's cool. If you beat me, you stay on my friends list. If you lose, I gotta move on. You understand?
Yeah. It's like a relationship. So yeah, username is
Alec
Fields, all one word. So check it out. All right, we've gone on long enough. It's gonna be it. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Pass turn.